Hi everyone, and welcome to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about Turbo Overkill, a fast-paced, over-the-top FPS game that takes inspiration from classic games like Doom and Duke Nukem 3D. It features simple graphics, a focus on combat, and a chainsaw leg. We talk about how to play this game and also give a review of this game. Turbo Overkill was developed by Trigger Happy Interactive and published by Apogee Entertainment. It was released on August 11, 2023 for Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. Turbo Overkill is a fast-paced game that is all about movement and shooting. Players need to be constantly moving and shooting in order to survive. The game features a variety of weapons, including shotguns, machine guns, and chainsaws. Players can also use their chainsaw leg to slice through enemies. The game is divided into levels, each of which is filled with enemies and obstacles. Players need to make their way through each level by killing all of the enemies and reaching the end. Movement. The most important thing to remember in Turbo Overkill is to keep moving. The enemies are fast and aggressive, so you need to be able to dodge their attacks. You can move around by using the WASD keys or the arrow keys. You can also use the spacebar to jump and the shift key to sprint. Shooting. The second most important thing to remember is to shoot. The game features a variety of weapons, each with its own strengths and weaknesses. You need to choose the right weapon for the situation. For example, shotguns are good for close-range combat, while machine guns are good for long-range combat. Chainsaw leg. Johnny Turbo's chainsaw leg is a powerful weapon that can be used to slice through enemies. It's also useful for destroying obstacles. You can use the chainsaw leg by pressing the E key. Turbo time. Turbo time is a special ability that slows down time for a short period of time. This can be used to dodge enemy attacks or take down tough enemies. You can activate turbo time by pressing the Q key. Secret areas. There are secret areas hidden throughout the levels. These areas often contain power-ups or collectibles. To find secret areas, you need to explore the levels carefully and look for hidden passages. Here are some additional tips for playing Turbo Overkill. Use your environment to your advantage. You can use walls and obstacles to protect yourself from enemy attacks. Don't be afraid to experiment with different weapons and abilities. There is no one right way to play the game. Don't give up. The game can be challenging, but it's also very rewarding. We hope this helps. Graphics. The graphics in Turbo Overkill are simple but effective. They do a good job of capturing the neon-lit cyberpunk aesthetic of the game. The character models are well designed and the enemies are varied and interesting. Sound. The sound design in Turbo Overkill is top-notch. The guns sound powerful and the enemies make satisfying noises when they're killed. The music is also great and helps to set the mood for the game. Gameplay. The gameplay in Turbo Overkill is fast-paced and fun. It's all about movement and shooting, and it's very satisfying to slice through enemies with your chainsaw leg. The game is also challenging, but it's never too frustrating. Level design. The level design in Turbo Overkill is creative and varied. Each level is full of enemies, obstacles, and secrets to discover. The levels are also well designed for the fast-paced gameplay. Replayability. Turbo Overkill has a good amount of replayability. There are multiple difficulty levels to choose from, and there are also secret areas and collectibles to find. The game also has a scoring system that encourages players to replay levels and try to improve their scores. Overall, we think Turbo Overkill is a great game. It's fast-paced, fun, and violent. It's a great choice for fans of classic FPS games or anyone who just wants to experience some mindless violence. Here are some of the pros and cons of Turbo Overkill. Pros. Fast-paced and fun gameplay. Great graphics and sound design. Creative and varied level design. Good amount of replayability. Cons. Some enemies can be bullet sponges. The story is a bit weak. Overall, we think Turbo Overkill is a great game. It's a lot of fun to play and it's sure to appeal to fans of classic FPS games. If you're looking for a fast-paced, over-the-top shooter, then we highly recommend checking it out. Thanks for watching the video. If you liked the video, don't forget to subscribe.